Woman Who Chat is sponsored by Grow Radio. Grow Radio is an online radio station dedicated to bringing you a different podcast on the hour, every hour. I'm proud that Woman Who Chat is played on Grow Radio every Tuesday at 3 p.m. and Friday at 8 a.m. and to be a part of their podcasting community. If you want to listen to the station, explore their shows, check out many of the blogs to improve your podcasting skills, or get your podcast onto Grow Radio, head over to growradio.uk today. Welcome to Woman Who Chat, and you'll see some familiar faces here if you're watching, and I'm going to introduce you to all of them soon. I'd refer you back to an episode I recorded on the 5th of February earlier this year with the Great Women in Business team. Now, at that time, we were getting ourselves geared up and ready and excited to launch an event called the Great Women in Business Meetup, which took place on the 8th of March 2024 and exceeded all of our expectations, so much so that we're now an official business with a real website and everything. So by way of reminder, I'm going to ask each of the Great Women in Business team to introduce themselves, and we'll start. We're going in alphabetical order with Dawn.
Oh, okay. So, hi everyone. I'm Dawn Owen Coaching and the High Vibe Tribe. And it's funny you just said that, Sandra, about the business thing. This is the story that I say to people. So we did this event, right? And we just did the event and it went so well. Now we formed a business. I feel like I'm literally Victor Kayam, for those of you who know who he is.
It is. It's just, it's great. So, Karen.
Hello, for those that don't know me, my name's Karen Heap. I am a business advisor, but the very proud founder of the Socially Shared Women in Business Network. I've got to say, this to me is more than a dream come true, because the idea and the concept of the Great Women in Business meetup was something that had been bubbling away for a number of years, and it was so lovely to see it come to fruition on International Women's Day this year. And the fact now that people enjoyed it so much and wanted us to do it again, and you three are equally as excited with me as I am to be working together to move this forward as a project collectively, is just amazing. I'm just thrilled. So very happy to be here. Thank you.
And thank you for inviting us, Karen, to be part of this exciting project, because you were the founder, really, and it was your baby, your project. So, it's just great the way it's flourished and is flourishing, and we'll hear more about that shortly. Sharon.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Sharon Louca. I'm the founder of the Women's Business Network, which is a multi-award-winning online support network for women running their own businesses. So I'm in very good company, as I know we all share that passion to support women on their business journeys to achieve what's really meant for them. And I was so delighted when Karen invited me along to be part of this Great Women in Business collaboration, because it has just been fabulous when you come together with people who you have sort of got to know over the years, who have inspired you, and then you get to form a company with them. It's pretty amazing, really. So just very excited for being able to bring something even bigger and better to you this year for next year. So very exciting.
And it was a sort of thing where we ran the event and it was a packed event. And, if you haven't seen, there's video footage and there's a gallery on the website. That's Women in Business. I can't remember what it is. Greatwomeninbusiness.co.uk. I couldn't remember the name of the website. Great Women in Business. We'll put it in the show notes. But there's lots of content on there for you to look at. And the purpose of this podcast is, my theme this month is strategic partnerships, and the fact that we have formed an official partnership. We've done it all properly. We've got a proper business set up with a proper accountant and proper bank account and account software and everything done as we would expect for a startup business. And that's what this is. It's a startup business, but you've got 4 business heads together, and we've all been sort of sole traders, solopreneurs in our own rights, and can bring all that knowledge and our 4 networks together, which has been key, I think, to the success. And Karen, when we went to debrief after the 8th of March this year, what were your thoughts?
Wow, to be honest, I was still very much buzzing after the event for a few days, I'll be honest, if not a couple of weeks. And even now, as I'm bumping into people, are still talking about it. So it would just, as I said earlier, it just exceeded my expectations of what it could be, and was just so much more than just a networking event. It was so much more than just women coming together to celebrate International Women's Day. There was just something really special in the air. There was, as Dawn would say, a fabulous vibe throughout the day. And it just was something that it would have been a criminal offence, I feel, almost, if we hadn't have done something with it, because everybody just loved the event so much and got so much out of it instantly. And what will be really nice is to catch up with some of the women, as we have been already, between now and when we've got our next main event, to actually hear about how they've benefited, because I know that there'll be the business that have been done since, if not on the day, collaborations like ourselves that have come of it. So yeah, I was just thrilled, to be honest. And it was just also not just the event itself and how much of a benefit it was on the day, but it was really enjoyable working with the three of you too. It was work, but not work. It was just so much fun. And I think that vibe just carried on throughout the event and has been very much part of everything that we've done so far. So I guess my final thought on that would be, I sort of got home thinking, watch out world, because I just think we're coming to get you, really. And, you know, if women in business feel that they've been supported in the Midlands region so far, this is, I believe, going to just take it to the next level.
And it's all about connection. It's all about meeting as many people in the room as you can. And that's what we encourage at these events. Dawn, the social media was just flooded in the days, weeks afterwards. What was the impact for you? What did you feel when you saw all the social media, and how did that reinforce what we'd set out to achieve?
Yeah, I think, like, we knew on the day, okay, we've achieved what we set out to achieve. And I think actually even before, like, the social media, some people are really good. They get their social media out when they're still at the event. That is not me. I just forget to take the pictures and just like have to piggyback everyone else's. But so you could already see that, we'd created this thing. And I think partway through the day, we knew that we'd created that. But when we sat down afterwards in the bar, with or without an alcoholic drink, I can't remember, but the fries. There were definitely fries. And we had those little cards that we'd left on the tables for people to put. And I think we were like passing them round, weren't we? And just kept kind of going, oh my God, this one. And I think for me, I had not expected anything like that. I knew we would put on a good event. We're all seasoned pros at putting on events. But I think it was the impact that event had. And I do think that part of that was the collaboration. I was actually telling someone about this who was not at the event. I keep saying last year, it was this year, wasn't it? This year in March, what it was all about. And I was like, and we just put this event on and it just went so well. And those little cards that we looked at, we were like, we can't not do it again. A lot of them were saying, well, we hope it's a regular thing. And then when you just see people take the time to post on social media about it and, what they enjoyed about it, what they took away from it, what they learned from it, the connections that they made. And I think it all comes back to that collaborative piece, because I honestly think the interest initially was driven by, hang on a minute, like, why are these four coming together? Shouldn't they just be doing their own thing? And now they're coming to, this is weird, and we looked around and we couldn't find anyone else doing a similar thing, and still can't, to be honest. You might get the odd like one-off thing, but for four to come together, it's like almost unheard of. And I think that's what generated the, like, I just got to see what are they going to do? Are they going to like try to pull each other off the stage or like hold each other? No, it's my turn, it's my turn. And it's just like, I think that's part of the, kind of shazazz about it, if you will. It's just like, this is something that has not happened before. And I think that's what created that initial buzz, because it was just so different for people.
And people were just constantly saying, when's the next one? When's the next one? I saw that from the social posts as well. Sharon, I saw you holding up those little cards there. You've got a pile of cards, and we put some of them on our
how many there are.
website as well. And they were every single card. And I do remember us passing that round, and we'd ordered something to eat, but we literally couldn't eat because we were just constantly reading these cards, and there was nothing negative. And we asked for honest feedback. And that was what drove us, I think, to have that meeting afterwards and say, we've got to do this again. So, Sharon, you run events, we've all run events, the behind the scenes stuff. We are all working really hard on this. It's not just something we just go, done it once, let's put on an event, we'll do it again. Tell us a bit about sort of, the behind the scenes and the work that everyone is coming together and collaborating on.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, isn't it, Sandra? I think people show up at these events and just think it all just materialised on the day, and don't realise all the work that goes into it. And for me, it was the biggest event that I've hosted, because mine tend to be small events, and certainly the last 4 years I've been all in the online space, so that's so much easier to coordinate than actually a physical event where you've got venues to organise and you've got tickets to sell and people to there and sponsors to organise and everything. So there is just so much work that goes into it. But I think the lovely thing with us coming together and collaborating was that you're not doing it all on your own and feeling the pressure. You have got experienced people who are used to hosting events that can all come together and share the load rather than it all being falling at one person's door. So, and it was, like you say, wasn't like work because we all share the same values, and it's just been an absolute joy us all working together to bring this. And I think that's why we enjoyed it so much. That's why it just couldn't be a one-off. It was a bit of a no-brainer, and like you say, the fantastic feedback. I mean, this one that's sitting on the top now just says, let's do it all again. That was somebody's feedback. And so, like we said, so many said, people had said it was the best event they've been to all year and what have you. And like Karen picked up on, we were doing something different. We don't see each other as competition. So many people out there think, I can't possibly work with her because she's doing the same as I do, and it's all a bit of a competition. And there's just nothing like that. And it is that bringing everybody into that space so they can connect and get to know each other. And that's what we did. We pulled it off very well indeed.
I think all our events are very different anyway. Although some of our audiences cross, our events are very different. What we do is very different. So it complements each other rather than, as you say, that tough competition piece. Karen, you are wonderful at keeping us all organised. You are the most organised Chief Organisation Officer. Is the title I would give you, because you just keep us all so much on track. And you are the most organised person I know. And I thought I was a bit OCD on my organisation. You are amazing. Is that something that comes naturally to you?
Well, I was the eldest of 4 children at home, and always had to sort of be the one to sort of keep people in check and make sure everything was, happening when it needed to. And I think those are just things that condition me for the rest of my life, really. I always, like I was brownie pack leader, I was form captain at school, house captain at school, never a prefect, because I did used to have a lot of fun as well at school. It wasn't all behaving all the time. But I think it is just something that's just sort of come naturally to me. And to me, it's just the way of working. It's not anything other than just a normal thing for me. But I think that's why this collaboration works as well, because we all do our own thing independently, as you say, and we are competitors, but we're very constructive competitors, because I do think competition is healthy, because without competition the world wouldn't turn, well, the world of business wouldn't turn. But I think that's a lot of the point, isn't it, that we are all very much complementary. We all have a complementary offer for women in business. But right next to that is that we all do have our own strengths as well. And we're all bringing different things to the table. So we've all got different strengths. We've all got different experiences. And as I would say to other people that are looking to grow and develop their business, it's really good to play to your strengths. And for the things that you're not so good at, it's good to find other people that can support you. And I think that's what we're very fortunate with, actually, because we do all bring something different to the table.
Yeah. Well, we've got a small announcement today. We're saving all our announcements up until Friday, the 6th of September. So the day this podcast goes out, we still can't announce a lot of what's happening. So on Friday, the 6th of September, we're coming together at a sellout launch event, which is taking place in Coventry. And it's an amazing venue. And I can't believe it, actually. We decided to do a launch event and to invite all our sponsors, and to basically, it's a starting point for people to come together in preparation for the big event, which is on the 7th of March. Get that in your diaries, the 7th of March. We're celebrating International Women's Day 2025. It's a Friday we can't tell you yet. We're not going to announce that until Friday, the 6th of September. But we can announce our headline sponsors. Dawn, do you want to share who our headline sponsors are?
I feel like I should have queued up some music for this. This would have been like really good, wouldn't it? Yeah.
The drum roll.
So headline sponsor. Am I doing them all? Do I get to do them all?
Why not?
Okay. Oh, great. Brilliant. So headline sponsor number 1 is Cube Accounting. So thank you to Anne Wordsworth and her team. Headline sponsor number 2, Mulberry Web Design, Sarah Sarkis, thank you very much. Headline sponsor number 3, Zoe Roddis, the only Zoe Roddis on LinkedIn. Can you even say Zoe's name without saying that? Of ZHR Marketing is our 3rd headline sponsor. And the 4th headline sponsor is Oak Tree Shutters, Gareth Keat and his amazing team. Thank you to you all. And you know what I love? So last year, obviously, when we decided to do this, we started looking for the sponsors, and we were not a proven concept, and we had a couple of people jump on board with us, which was great. And then this year, when we've decided to, well, for next year, when we've decided to go, bigger, I love the fact that 6 months, more than 6 months before, we've got all 4 of our headline sponsor slots sold out. In fact, we've got all of our sponsors are sold out, but like the 4 headline sponsors, which, is not a small amount of investment, are all sold out, and we can't wait to introduce you all to them in person at the launch event on Friday.
I know, it's so exciting. And so thank you to all our headline sponsors. Thank you to all our sponsors, which we'll announce the rest on Friday. As you say, sellout event on Friday, sellout sponsors. We can't announce what's going to happen yet on Friday, the 7th of March, 2025. What are you most looking forward to, Sharon, about that event?
I think last year was so amazing. And I think for me especially, it was the biggest in-person event. It was the biggest audience I've had to stand up on stage. And I was very honest that it didn't come very easily to me. So yeah, just really excited for next year, and just bringing everything together that we did last year and more is just going to be so fabulous. So yeah, really excited.
So all we'd ask you to do is, we've got social channels. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Where else are we, Karen?
No, those are the 3 places. But what I would also urge people to do is, because we know that the world of social media is just so quick, moves so quickly, if you want to be the first to hear about all the developments with our events and anything else that we might be getting up to in between, I would strongly advise people to sign up to our newsletter, and they can do that very simply by visiting the website, which is greatwomeninbusiness.co.uk, and then you will be the first to know. It'll drop into your inbox before anything else.
And as you've seen, everything sells out before it goes live. So I would really encourage you to sign up to the newsletter, because you don't want to miss out. This is going to be a very big event, and it's going to be very special, and I'm really excited, as I can tell the 3 of you are. So that's visit the greatwomeninbusiness.co.uk website to find out all about it, and tune into social media on Friday, where you can find out a lot more. Thank you, ladies, and I can't wait to do it all again. Thank you for listening to the Woman Who Chat podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Join me next week for more inspiration, learning and top tips. In the meantime, visit womanwho.co.uk to find out how you can start your Woman Who journey, or even feature on a future podcast. You can also join the Woman Who Achieves community on Facebook. The link is in the show notes. There, you'll get the opportunity to network, find support, and make new connections with over 1,000 women in business. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's podcast. And if there are any topics you would like to hear, just get in touch with me, your host, Sandra Garlick.